What's good, Scorpio? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at some potential energy here for you in the month of April 2025 when we're talking about relationships. Scorpio, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you. We're just going to shuffle up this deck here, cleanse the energies from Dawn, the messages for Libra for April 2025, looking at their relationship situation. And we're going to begin your messages. The decks that I'll be using to do your messages, Libra, will be listed in the description box. All right. So I'm sorry, Scorpio. I got to be careful there because oftentimes I'll screw up and say another zodiac sign, which is not intentional. I don't know why. But anyway, Scorpio, this message in this reading is strictly for Scorpios, my fellow Scorpios. All right, so what's the potential energy here for Scorpio? Not reading any reversals, by the way, Scorpio. What is coming up? Some of this energy here that I'm about to talk about may already be in place or about to start before the full month of April opens up. Okay, all depends on you and your situation. Messages for Libra. Here I go again. Messages for Scorpio. Oh my gosh. I had 2 cups of coffee already, but it's decaf, so what the hell. Cutting the deck. Now let's begin your messages, Scorpio. 9 of Pentacles here in the love reading just simply means that there are many options for you to discover. If you are specifically the single Scorpio that I am referring to. Also, too, the 9 of Pentacles could be an indicator for any, single Scorpio once again, who may have, purposely stayed single because there were some things that you need to work on in terms of your own energies. Now you're strong enough, you're feeling independent, you're ready to, share your energies with others because you feel confident. That 9 of Pentacles is always about having to be not only self-assured, but definitely confident when it comes to these relationships. All right, so that's the 9 of Pentacles. 6 of Swords simply means that there could be some traveling involved for either single Scorpios or, partner Scorpios. For the partner Scorpios, you could just be, taking vacations, weekend rendezvous or whatever, spending good quality time. There may be some sort of levels of stress that may have been indicated here in the relationship and for the need to, do some sort of escape. Okay. But anyway, if there was, things are moving away from you, clearing up, smooth sailing, smooth passages. And if you are traveling, whether you're single or in a relationship, you're going to be safe to and from. For the singles, though, it could be traveling who, you may not have any thought to this or add any thought to this while you're traveling, but there may be something, along the way that pops up or crops up that leads to something romantic. You never know. Up next is the devil. Okay, so the devil here, I think Cancer received two of the devils yesterday when I did the videos for them. And the devil simply means that there is something, Scorpio, major arcana. I always tell you guys pay attention to the major arcanas that show up in the spread because they do carry a lot of weight. Something that you're doing here, Scorpio. You may be repeating it. Of course, I'm going to talk about the FWBs, friends with benefits. You guys probably get tired of me talking about it ad nauseum, but it's the truth. It's what's going on here. And that FWB, even though it's some sort of agreement between 2 adult, mature individuals just to get together to have sex, maybe that's all you want. I'm not here to judge. I'm not God. So, to each their own. But there's something going on here when the devil shows up here that we need to bring to the surface, have some sort of discussion about, and just stay focused on relationships. That's all I'm talking about here, Scorpio. So the devil here could mean that you're, dealing with some sort of unrequited love. The devil here could also indicate that you're dealing with toxic individuals when it comes to relationships, addictions, drinking, smoking, gambling on a personal level, or if it's your partner, somebody that you're dating, maybe they have a problem with addictions, but if they do, it may be affecting or impacting the relationship that you have with them. The devil always casts that energy of doubt, suspicion, and things that are not real. Okay, so you could be obsessing again. addiction. I'm gonna throw in someone could be, when it comes to that sexual energy, excessive pornography or watching porn or something to do with, I wouldn't want to say indecent sexual activity. No, let's refrain from even thinking about that. No, but anyway, something that you're doing, Scorpio, that's repetitive, that needs to be worked on. So you want to break the chains and the bonds or whatever that devil is casting over you. Again, it could be your own personal addictions or personal habits, or definitely repeating something that is not healthy for you in the long term. And I bring up the FWBs all the time because, even though it's an agreement between two mature adults and stuff, I still regard it as a non-healthy, productive situation because it may prevent you from, making a connection that is long-term and, positive for you. Okay, so following the devil here, major arcana, we got the Four of Swords. This is rest, relaxation, rejuvenation, replenishment, taking a break from relationships, having to disconnect temporarily just to do something for you exclusively. Scorpio does not indicate a breakup. It just means that, sometimes partnerships need to be spaced out and some, time alone is necessary. So this is you resting up, quieting your mind from wherever, from whatever. But because I always read the Four Swords too as planning future trips. But we got the moving card here, mirrors over here to the Six of Swords. So guys could be just, again, planning trips in the month of April with your partner, or if you're single, and you'll be safe to and from. All right. So this is just reclaiming your independence, reclaiming your independence, your happiness, doing something exclusively just for you and not in association with the attachment of the person that you may be dating or in a partnership, with, or in a committed partnership with. And this still can go out here for the singles too, as well, having to still replenish, rejuvenate, rest up your mind, ease your mind if you want to venture out and, look for a new connection. Okay, that's very important. Following the Four of Swords, now we have the Lovers. Okay, so you've been blessed with one of the two lovers that is in this deck that I'm using here. When the lover shows up, Scorpio, really you shouldn't have any problems in the month of April 2025 when it comes to your interactions and dealings with partners. This strong energy here of the Lovers has the ability to, of course, unite and bring together romantic partners. They're donning wedding gear, so someone could be getting married in the month of April. Wouldn't be no surprise to me. And then again, to go back here to this devil statement, it mirrors over here to the devil that the person could be addicted, could be in a relationship with somebody and you feel like you're addicted, can't get enough of this person. That's the devil, okay? Or you're obsessed with someone that you can't have, all right? That could be the devil's energy as well. Following the Lovers here for you, Scorpio, now we have the Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles means that you're holding on to something that needs to be released and let go. Stay focused on love and relationships once again. It could also indicate that you are withholding love and affection from someone, or someone is doing that to you. Up next here for you, Scorpio, we have the Two of Swords. So there's a decision to be made. Feeling like you're at a crossroad here that could be involving some sort of traveling plans. This is my same-sex loving energy card here. But you have to narrow that choice down to one. So you may be presented with two decisions. And again, you could be in a relationship already, and it could be something really simple because this card is really about minor anxiety and, nervousness about having to make a choice. And the choice or the decision, again, could be so simple. All right. That's the Two of Swords. Following the Two of Swords here, now we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune simply means that you could be, going along, minding your business in the month of April. If you're the single Scorpio that I'm reading for, and then being that this is the Fate and Destiny card that I call, you could come across someone who you are destined to meet. Okay, so always, like I said, put your energy out there to be exposed. Wheel of Fortune also means that luck can be placed on anything going on involving relationships in the month of April. Anything that was unfortunate for you, Scorpio, just may turn around and be in your favor. Okay, that's what the Wheel of Fortune always provides. Oh, now we have the Three of Swords. Okay, didn't see that one coming, but it's here. Three of Swords is sadness, grief, heartache, disappointment. We're talking about relationships here, so it could be um, the basis of this Three of Swords here. I'm gonna throw a clarifier on this card, of course, but the basis could be someone is dealing with a third party in play. Someone may have or still be, could be dealing with a breakup that may have been recent, or it could have been distant, involving, possibly a divorce, or pending divorce is coming through. um, Couples that are still together, maybe there's some sort of distance that separates you, that brings on the heartache and grief. You're missing each other. Okay, the dog here would imply that whatever the sorrow is, or the grief or the heartache that you may be experiencing, there is people around you to comfort you, even your pets. Keep in mind that this Three of Swords is showing up here for you, Scorpio. Doesn't mean for every Scorpio that I'm reading for, you're going to feel the impact of the Three of Swords. It's usually showing up here for someone who comes along and knows exactly why the Three of Swords is here. Okay, so let's throw a clarifier. Why did that Three of Swords show up here? And I always say, if a court card shows up here, that could just indicate you personally going through the pain and suffering of having to deal with whatever the Three of Swords energy is expressing towards you, or it could be the actual person that's created through the Three of Swords energies for you. All right, so why is the Three of Swords here? What is going on? All of a sudden, the Three of Swords wants to show up. Yep. I feel the Eight of Swords is on top of that Three of Swords, and this is, again, a card that represents fear, anxiety, worry, concerns. It could be for any Scorpio that I'm reading for who has yet to come to some sort of complete resolve and a breakup. Now, that breakup doesn't necessarily have to mean that it was recent. It still could have been something that happened a long time ago, but you still possibly could be reeling from that energy, and this is causing you to feel, very anxious, very nervous, very worried. And I do feel that I'm reading for somebody, possibly a breakup may have occurred, or a divorce or something, and this person here is at a distance, because the ship in the background of the Eight of Swords is always giving me an indication that someone is afar. Okay, so this is what I'm coming up for, or coming up with, in terms of clarifying that Three of Swords, that someone is still struggling with either third party in play, or um, a recent breakup or distant breakup, divorce, and it's still creating some sort of unrest for you. Okay. All right. So wait a minute. Let me throw a card on the Eight of Swords. Yeah, let's see what's going on with the Eight of Swords. In fairness to you, Scorpio, why is that damn Eight of Swords here? Okay. Why did the Eight of Swords show up for the clarification of the Three of Swords? Okay. If a court card shows up here, it's what I said earlier. Could be you, and it's still with the Three of Swords, Eight of Swords energy, brought on by someone else, or it's a direct person involved in some other situation. So why is the Eight of Swords here? Yep, it's a person. Now, whether or not this person is young, or it's a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, here he is, or she is. Okay, so that's what I have. Again, going back here to what I said, Scorpio, it could be you who is still dealing with a recent breakup, distant breakup, unresolved issues or concerns that's creating some sort of anxiety, tension, nervousness, possibly not sleeping well at night. Also, too, the other aspect of that Eight of Swords is you have to be careful, because it can be tricky at times. It still would be tricky in this case in terms of clarifying. Um, Worried or thinking about things that have yet to occur, or will never occur. Card that's up here next for you, Scorpio, is the Knight of Cups. Wow. Knight of Cups is going to sit underneath that the Lover's card here, Major Arcana. So the Knight of Cups basically is a court card, again, that comes through. I've been saying in all these readings here, if a court card shows up here, especially for those singles. That could be the new person that's coming towards you. So there's new energy that may be coming towards you. Also, the Knight of Cups could also indicate for those Scorpios who are already settled in partnerships and whatnot, you're getting out of that relationship when in that which you're putting in, okay, emotional support, love, that type of energy. The Knight of Cups also too has the ability to unite and bring together new romantic partnerships. He's standing there with all the females that are, surrounding him. This could be, energy exchange. This could be a female and all males standing around her. There are people out there to be met, okay? Especially if you're single again. For the couples, I'm just going to reiterate that you are enjoying what you already have, and there's nothing going on, all right? All right, so let's grab another deck here to see what else wants to support Scorpio's reading for the month of April. What are the messages here? The Nine of Pentacles, let me go back here while I'm shuffling the other deck for new messages, could indicate also to any Scorpio who, you know, enters into a new partnership in the month of April. You can regard that new partnership as not only a new beginning for you, but also to a new partnership that will give you a sense of security, stability, and long-term commitment. All right, so first message here for you is energy. Trust the energy and vibes you're picking up in your situation. Do not bypass the vibes and go searching for proof. Trust your intuition and the frequencies you know. Second message for you, Scorpio, is broken record. Repeating patterns are taking place. Things keep playing out the same way with no resolution in sight. You may also be experiencing the same situations with different people. Identify the patterns and break them. Someone may also be singing you the same old song. That is the devil. And that could be also too broken record for someone here where I just explained that you are having to deal with some sort of unrest when it comes to resolving some sort of breakup. Okay. Repeating patterns are taking place. I said something repetitive with the devil's energy is going on here for Scorpio, that they need to break that pattern, whatever that energy may be. Next message is silence. Silence speaks. It says someone is keeping secrets and not ready to reveal their true feelings for you. For whatever reasons, they choose to remain silent for the time being. That could be the case. The next card I'm going to draw for you is Slow Burner. This connection is slowly moving forward. It may be moving slower than you'd like. If you want to continue, you must adapt to the slow pace of things or get off this ride. You are dealing with someone who is very slow to act and always in their thoughts. Interesting. All right, so let's grab another deck here and see what the overall love theme of energy is going to be for Scorpio. And the card selected here for you, Scorpio, is Healing Family Issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Now, this is another card in this deck that I think the religious one is the other one that sort of throws me a little bit and how they tie it into love and relationships. But if this energy here applies to your situation, of course, use it. All right. So this is what I have for you in the month of April 2025, Scorpio. Take what's going to work for you, of course. Leave what's not going to work for you alone. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a safe, great month ahead. Happy April Fool's Day for any Scorpio that celebrates that day. And always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Scorpio. Remain smiling. All will be well. And I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.